What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and I'm here today playing the next episode in our Dawn of War 2 playthrough. In the last couple episodes, Davian Thule had gotten himself omnommed, and so now I think we're actually the acting commander for the planet at the moment. Not positive there. That's something that I couldn't confirm even if I wanted to, but I feel like I'm in charge, and thus, if I feel it, I am. So, in this mission, it's called Vengeance for Davian Thule. Now, there was a little animation here. I cut out the loading screen in between planets, and I knew I was going to regret it, but Gabriel Angelos showed up, who was in the first Dawn of War, and he was like, hey man, there's a bunch of things going on, so maybe you should jump into action and kind of kill off some bugs so that we can cure Davian Thule. Also, I forgot to level up Leomond, so let's do that. Leomond, I don't really know what else I want to throw in. I think I'm going to make him highly resistant to knockdown, because that puts him in the best possible position for our tanky aspects. What's coming up next? So he gets 2 victory, which makes him immune. So I'll probably just keep on chugging down this line of thought right here, and then we'll see where that lands us. Other than that, did we want to equip him with anything else? We got some new chainswords and some things like that. He can equip a plasma gun, it looks like, maybe? But I think I'm going to keep him with the Herald, just because I think this is actually going to swap out his sword. Yeah, so that's not going to help us out too much. Let's just keep him all nice and sword and boardy if we can. Where did his pistol go? There it is. Alright, fantastic. He's not using a better pistol than our commander, is he? Okay, well, slightly not as good, but still reasonably decent. Here is your briefing.
Commander, we have located Captain Thule's attacker. The warrior beast that you drove into the Badlands has resurfaced, leading a swarm of lesser Tyranids. This is our first chance to strike back at the Tyranid enemy, and we cannot pass it up. Collecting samples from this creature's corpse may also lead to a cure for Captain Thule, and could give us valuable information on how to defeat the Hive fleet. This area is heavily infested, Commander, so be prepared for heavy resistance.
Alright, that's just what I like to hear. More things to bang at makes more interesting episodes. Let's go! The Tyranids, for those that are uninformed or do not follow Warhammer 40k, they're like badass blood. They already more or less explained it in the previous episode, but they're badass bugs. They fly around the galaxy just consuming everything. It's pretty nasty style. They can be pretty brutal. They have projectile weapons, everything that you would expect from any other army, but their main strength tends to lie in the fact that they can field just enormous numbers. Let's see what this beginning topography looks like. We do have some rocks and some stones and things. Yeah, bypass. We don't need that giant cinematic opening. Let's just get rolling here. And drop pod down.
Target the larger creatures to disrupt the swarm. That will buy us the time to get to our target.
I think we're going to advance.
Captain Thule will have his vengeance.
We're going to go after the Foundry on this one because I really like the additional deployments. That does give us better options as the game goes along. Let's figure out where we want to deploy everybody. So, Force Commander is obviously going to go there. Tarkus and his boys can go there. Avitus is going to go there. Scouts can go there and hold down the back lines. And those are going to be ranged Tyranids. Termagants. I don't play Tyranids, so I'm not really going to know any of the names or anything of that nature. They are what they are. Nasty little bug guys with guns. Armed guns or something. And so down they go. These gents over here need to be baited outwards a little bit. They are suppressed, so Avitus is doing a pretty good job at keeping them back. This guy's not even participating. He's decided he doesn't even want to be involved in the combat. He's a conscientious objector. Apparently he wants to be consumed and eaten like beef jerky. Although I think after being in these little tin cans for a while, the power armor has really just got to make them fragrant. Unless it's air-conditioned, like Dustin Hoffman's suit from Hook. Alright, let's make for this first CP. Maybe we'll zigzag our way across and then cut right. Let's take this CP first. Let's put Avitus over here. Tarkus over here. Scouts we don't have a lot of space for, but we'll see where the enemies are at. Oh, we've got big guys over here. Alright, he's got like a grenade launcher or something. That's no fun. Let's see if we can bait a little bit of fire, keep him on his feet with some super powerful fighting. Ooh, it's like an auto-suppressant? Okay. Well, maybe we think about putting scouts somewhere in here, just getting them involved in the battle somehow, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of amazing options. We'll get rid of them as best we can. Let's put a grenade out here for now. They've been knocked out of cover. These gents, let's get everybody back into cover for now. Force Commander is completely and totally suppressed. Let's get everybody on him. Let me get a nice sheer amount of fire on this warrior. And so down he goes. What is that? That's the... Okay, he's still firing those little thingamadoobers. That's a technical term. You know, it takes an engineering degree to use a term like thingamadoober. You gotta qualify first. We'll put 3 right there. Put them in. Let's get the tackies over here. Get them handling business. Oh, they're gonna try and bum rush, interestingly enough. I don't know why a ranged unit would make a rush on us like that. But our tackies are going to lock down this location for us so that we can move on in the future. We also picked up some supplies. So that'll replace that grenade that we used. I don't know if I should hit there first. Let's zigzag it. Let's see how much loot we can get underway. Let's move the tax out this way. I mean, that's really bad cover for them, but I don't know what's out that way. Maybe let's cancel it. Let me take my scouts for a moment. And with the scouts, we're going to see what's down here. I really want to... Okay, that's what I was worried about. If I moved my tackies in right there, they might get flanked from this direction. Looks like we got a pretty big group of nids over here. I don't really know. Let's work on these guys first. Let's send the Force Commander over here. Scouts will hold their position for now. We'll get the tackies in here. Just get them nice and bogged down. See if maybe we can bait these back. I don't think we'll be able to. But it's worth a shot. At least get a bare minimum charge in there. Do a little bit of damage. Make them feel a little bit exposed. Now that they don't have any cover to be attached to, I think the AI will try and close ground with their intended target, maybe. No, they're trying to bait me into a frontline combat. Alright, well, let's move the tackies out right here. Force Commander's going to go. Avitus going to fall in right behind. And we're all on equal footing. Nobody has any cover, so hopefully we'll get something done here. Tackies take a bit more rounds. I'm sorry, a bit more ground. Scouts are going to make sure we don't get hit from that direction. But we're going to be taking full damage from here for right now, so that's what we're going to have to live with. And now we have absolutely no cover. Let's get the tackies in right there. And I would prefer that he wipe out that rock. Avitus doesn't really have a position to take, so I'm going to have him fall in behind everybody else. Let's put some pretty withering fire on this guy right now. There we go. Now I think I can bring Avitus in right here. The cover got destroyed for everybody else, so maybe I'll just swing everybody into line. Scouts maybe flank over here? I don't know. We'll do something with them. We do have a little bit of damage done. Those little things are like floating mines. I don't know what those are, but they hurt like hell. Let me see if maybe we can put down some fire over here. Just get them completely surrounded and annihilated. And that's what I like to see. So we've got another victory on our hands here. Let's pull them out. We're going to have them shoot the supply crate right there. Replace the med kit that we ended up using earlier. We're going to zigzag over. This one's going to be our next target. We'll wipe out everything in between. We'll come back around, do like a big swoop-a-loop, and then we'll be okay. Let's get Tarkus in right there. Maybe Avitus right there. Scouts right there. They can fire pretty far. Wow, that is a lot of nids. Let's knock as many down as possible. We're actually going to consider... Oh, we got rid of his mortar strike. I was going to call in mortars, but I guess that's not going to work for now. Let's throw some grenades at him. There we go. Just kind of cut them off a tad, and then we'll send him on back in. He has taken a lot of damage, but it should be okay. As long as they're not in cover, I'm happy. I'm going to give Leomon just a moment to get himself back into better straits. He's pretty injured right now. We're going to drop combat, get him healed up. And so there it goes. He's ticking up a little bit. And then we'll send him right back in as our tank. I don't want to wake these guys up just yet, but I do want to clear this corridor out. Let's take the Tactical Marines. We'll set them right there. We're going to have them hold that position. Maybe Scouts... Let's have Scouts advance and take their new position, just in case. I don't see anything else down here. We haven't got any loot yet, strangely enough. I wish we had loot, but loot we do not have. So we must weep for our future, unfortunately. Avitus, we're going to put you in right there. Tacky's right there. Force Commander, get in there. Scout's going to be over on that corner. And this should just be a shooting range. I miss my mortars. Although, oh no, we're getting flanked over here. Let's invoke the Signum really quickly. Because we are going to have to. And that's where the Signum comes in. You see how we got flanked right there? That's where the Signum comes in handy. You guys need to be suppressing them, so make sure that they're handled. Well, There we go. So everybody should be back in position now. Let's get a grenade off over and into here. We'll throw it a little shallow. A little bit of a wasted grenade, but it still worked out. Let's see if we can bust up some of this cover. There it is. Very nice. A dreadnought plating. So I think a dreadnought may be in our future. I seem to remember something like that. Having a giant dreadnought to walk around just smashing the hell out of things, as dreadnoughts are known to do. I'm going to move the tacticals forward. Let's maybe think about putting Avitus inside one of the buildings. Let's put the scouts on the front line for a little bit. We're going to actually, no, we'll sit them back a tad. We do need to shoot that guy, though. He needs to go away. Hitting us with grenades from way super deep. Let me see if I can maybe put a sniper round on him. There it is. Very cool. Let's get everybody back and into cover. We do have some extra enemies over here. Where was that other CP? Oh, it's in the central corridor right here. Alright, that's where we're working towards, the CP. We might want to think about clearing out this node, even if we don't want to take it, just for the extra loot. You guys suggested that in a past video, and I think that is a request that I'm definitely going to take. We'll vacate the premises right there. Maybe put them at that spot. Let's move them forward. We're going to have the scouts take the brunt of this for now. Let's see if we can clear out some of these little guys over here. And that was kind of a backfire on my part. Running across all those landmines seems to have hurt my force commander pretty well. Let's fall him back just for a moment. Just give him a brief respite, give him a Snicker bar. We don't want him to like turning into Kenny G or anything in the middle of the battlefield. We need him to be his glorious non-beardy beardman self. I consider him a beardsman even though he doesn't have a beard. Alright, very nice. Let's go ahead and clear out the Emperor's Shrine over here, just to say that we did.
Clocks open. Reposition. This is Avitus. Adjust your positions.
Say it. Be vigilant.
We have a very nice position right now. If I had a mortar, I would just call it in right now. Alas, we do not. This is going to be nasty. All these guys are... What are these? Rippers? Huh. Little head crab looking things.
Move on to the next target,
I definitely want to make sure that these are suppressed. What are you guys doing? Get down here. There we go. You guys, let's suppress like hell. There we go. I want to make sure this entire group stays out of my way. We're going to put him in AoE mode so that he's injuring a ton of them every time he swings. There it is. Very cool. I'd say that a grenade might be in order, so let's do that. The Blighted Power Armor. Hopefully not too blighted. Not to the point of heresy and chaos infecting it. If it's too blighted, then we have to worry that it's like for Slanesh or for Nurgle or any of those guys. And once it's been touched by them, I mean, it is what it is. Or Khorne, even worse. Nobody wants Khorne at all. Once we get done blasting them, making sure that we're not providing skulls for the Skull Throne or anything like that, or blood for the Blood God. You guys know how the saying goes. The benefit of coming down here and clearing this out is that we're going to get some extra supplies. Extra grenade, an extra sniper shot, and maybe, yeah, extra medkits. Cool. Let's focus on going down this way now. So I prefer... Let me get everybody properly turned around because I saw we were going to have some resistance down in here. Tackies, you kind of hold up right there. Let's have the Force Commander swing on down and in and see how this is going to look. Get our snipers into place. Flip him around. Alrighty then. It's actually looking pretty clear down and in here. Yeah, let's just get everybody in here then while we've got an opening. There's no sense crying about it. Continue looking around. Okay, so there's probably our first engagement. Let's get everybody dug in. I'm going to keep the snipers back. We're probably not going to be able to use the scouts too well. I'll try to get them to a position, but I can't guarantee they'll be able to take one. I am liking how they're doing right now. Ooh, this might be the time for the Cygnus again. Although I think the Cygnus doesn't reload, as I recall. The things you get is mission-specific. Oh, there's a little mine thrower over there. Okay. Well, we're going to have to get Tarkus in here then to clear that out. So let's get him to charge. What we'll do is we'll nade that hole out right there. Oh, that didn't do anything. Well, fire on the Hive node then. Ooh, put him away. That's unfortunate. Continue firing on the Hive node. It's now down. We don't have to worry about any more of those little floaty gas ball things.
Hive
Alright, so the Hive turds are out of the way. Let's get down in here.
Way, brothers. Quick. Target
Capture this CP, which was our original goal. I like to imagine those as the big pits that they throw criminals into. I don't know why. It seems like we've been fighting on the planet Tatooine for this entire thing.
chapter banner flies high.
Alright, so there's the final one. We're going to cut right hard now, and we're going to try and take over that armory.
Box open. Reposition.
So let's get everybody into a eastward-facing position. Hopefully we don't get flanked from the north or from the south. Be an unfortunate consequence if it did happen.
Tactical squad reposition.
No, tactical squad, what are you doing?
Tactical marines awaiting.
The fears of rubber band boxing there. The problems with rubber band boxing. And charge straight on through, deprive them of any type of cover. Oh no. Oh wow, maybe he took too many grenades. Okay then, well there goes our efficiency score. Let's move everybody forward, and we gotta rescue the commander now.
Tyranids are already here. Cannot delay.
And I would prefer to snipe Biggie over here. And down he goes, so big guy is now no longer a concern. There's another big one up here from what I can tell. Yeah, there's another strangler up there.
Ready, brothers.
Or another warrior with a strangler.
Reposition.
We're gonna have to move them in. I'm gonna have them fire on this group of units right here and suppress, if at all we can. Our scouts, they're gonna take another sniper round at this guy over here. And we need to be careful because we have no healing right now.
Targets to engage.
So any wounds that we take, we want to fight kind of a folding backwards battle right now to make sure that we don't lose anybody. It might even be worth calling in a tarantula just to make sure we have the upper hand. So let's do that. That gives us a fortified position to fall back to. I'm going to move the scouts out now. Oh god, there's so many over here.
I will meet as many as they breed.
Grab that and that. So we got the Armature of Zeal and the Armor of Victory, which is much better than the Armor of Moderate Recovery. The Armor of Piss Poor Assaults.
Look alive.
I don't know what I want to do about all these guys over here. We don't have a ton of cover. Maybe put them right there. That's light cover. It's not
Brothers.
the optimal position that I'd like them in, but it does allow them to fire on them from a little bit further back. And maybe have them nade out here. There we go. So just a little bait and switch. Put a little bit of suppression on all these melee units. Another superior dreadnought plating, interestingly enough. Let's get everybody back to cover one more time. We're going to have to fight for this ground, I can tell already. Put them back into suppression mode. Yeah, I think the commander just stepped on far too many mines there. Those little floaty gas balls. Hive turds. That's what I'm calling them from now on. Hive hole turds. Let's get... This is one of those times that the stealth recoveries would be nice. There we go. So now that we've got most of this cleared out, we should be able to get our scouts in here to pick up the commander.
Not fall, brothers.
That seems like a bit of general advice right there. Do not fall, brothers. Yeah, that's kind of the point. We might want some more mission-specific advice here. Commanders back up, fall the scouts back. Very, very nice. A good recovery. And one that I'm not proud of what happened, but it was sort of an accident. I didn't realize how much damage he was going to take, so it's fine. Move the commander up here as soon as he's nice and healed up.
How can we serve?
Bring the tackies up with him. Get everybody in a nice little blob here, and we'll decide what positions we want to take. We will get the tackies in right there. Avitus and his boys are just going to stand there right in the middle. I need a snipe shot on that warrior from my scouts. There it is. Very good. And so the warrior is already down. And the rest of them should follow suit fairly shortly. They're suppressed. They have no cover. They're being pelted with projectiles. Water bottle-sized grenades, from what you guys say on how a bolter works. That's pretty impressive. I don't know what I would do if somebody was firing water bottles that explode at me. It'd be terrifying. Snipers, we can have them fall in now. We're going to get them started on the capture, because there's not many of these guys left anyways. And I think that's going to work out mighty fine. The Epitaph of the Martyr. Alright, cool. Well, the mission went pretty well. I'm happy with how everything went. We've got all the CPs under control. We captured ourselves a new foundry. That's going to help us get more deployments in the future. Now, from what I understand, this guy right here provides us with more XP. When you get that bonus XP, at the end of your mission. That's the building that actually increases it. So we want to pick those up later on, but they're not... I would rather have more deployments right now. Let's get everybody back in line, and then we'll make a push to this final arena where we'll fight the Tyranid that we've got to face off against. Force Commander first, as always. Tarkus, that's all you. Avitus, that's all you. Snipers we're going to keep back here. They're just going to take pot shots from time to time against the enemy. I don't remember anything about this fight. And there it is. Snipers, you're up first. Give me a lovely shot there. Oh, God, he bum rushed us. It might be worth popping... Oh, we don't have the Signum right now. Run away, gents. Run away like crazy. Force Commander. Oh, he is just not being tanked. Let's get everybody back into position for a moment. Make sure that they're always fighting. Take another sniper shot at him. There's a bit more damage. Think about maybe suppressing him. I forgot that I had that speedy run thing. You guys get out of the way now that he's charging. Yeah. You guys back up for another sniper shot. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but they're almost there. Another sniper shot. Very good. We may have to use a health. Yeah, there goes a health kit. We'll use that really fast. He's retreating right now, which makes me incredibly nervous. Oh, God, he was targeting off screen. I'm sorry, my resolution is so small when I record this for YouTube that I can't see everything that I would like to see. And since he targeted a place that was off screen, well, that's that. Get people out of the way there. Now that I know what's going on, he's firing his crazy Tyranid Kamehamehas at me. Continue suppressing if we can. Take this opportunity to throw a nade at him. Avitus is pretty beat up now, so we want to keep him out of the way if we can. Let's have everybody but the Force Commander just kind of vacate, get out of the way. And then focusing fire should wrap this thing up rather nicely. You guys are running into the fire. Get out of there. What are you guys doing? Throw a heal out? We are pretty much routed at this point, unfortunately. Get everybody back into a position that's satisfactory. Have them fire on the warrior one last time. I have no idea why they're insisting on running into melee right now.
Well done, Commander.
And deliverance.
Apothecary Gordian has dispatched servitors to collect and analyze the warrior's corpse. Our librarians have also consulted the more complete records aboard the Litany of Fury. With this information, we have devised a plan of attack against the Hive fleet.
Cool. We got deliverance. Ding, 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 ding. It's a bolter with a banjo attached to it. That's what they don't tell you. Makes your enemies squeal like a pig. Ugh. That was a horrible part. God. We got ourselves a bazooka, which is pretty cool. I don't really know what we can actually use that for. I don't think we're really going to be up against enough enemies with vehicles. Like, if we were facing vehicles every other mission, I'd say, yeah, slap it on somebody and we'll just use it. But let's see how we scored here. I know we missed one on resilience, so we're only going to get 3 there. You get a pretty sizable penalty for messing up there. We got another foundry in, and are we going to make it? All right, additional deployment. Cool. Continue, do a little count of our loot. We got a bunch of generics, which is good. I'll probably end up vendoring a lot of those, making sure we get some extra XP. And we were really hurting for a new pistol, so it's good that we got another bolt pistol, too. It does plus 34 damage to vehicles. Really? That's pretty incredible. That's a really, really good gun. Let's go ahead and bypass. Oh.
Tyranids have a simple and terrible agenda, Commander. Left unchecked, they will kill and consume every living thing on the planet. Our only hope of stopping the Tyranids is to strike at the heart of the Hive fleet itself. For us to do this, you must first accomplish 3 critical tasks. You must locate and secure the astronomic array hidden on planet Typhon. Only its precise scans will allow us to analyze the Hive fleet and locate its weaknesses. You must also obtain a sample of the Hive fleet's biotoxins. Only a pure gene sample will allow us to develop a poison to strike at the Hive fleet. And you must secure access to Angel Forge on planet Meridian. Only this ancient forge's vast manufacturing capabilities will allow us to produce weapons with which to deliver our poison.
Aw, can't we make the Iggies do it?
Each of these tasks pits your handful against untold billions. But failure means the utter annihilation of our worlds. And a death sentence for our chapter.
See, billions versus billions. Maybe we should get the Iggies involved. They got all kinds of guys to throw away their lives, right? Then again, they're kind of just like White Shield peons, most part. So, what are you going to do? Maybe call in the Cadians?
Commander, we need to take direct control of Angel Forge. I'm authorizing you to travel to Meridian. The planetary governor has been less than cooperative thus far, so be prepared for bureaucratic resistance. Angelos out.
Alright, let's handle our inventory coverage as we always do. Tarkus got himself a big shiny level up. I'm still going to leave him with the plasma gun, I think. But didn't we have another plasma gun? Level 6 plasma gun? That one is only for the Force Commander. Well, that is a bummer. I don't think the Force Commander is ever going to be using that, so I'm just going to send it to the librarian. It looks like everybody's got a level up now, so let's keep moving him towards Tactical Advance. Tarkus and his squad inflict additional damage in addition to gaining standard defensive benefits. Well, we'll keep moving towards it. Why not? Max him out with range damage before we do anything else. He can't use any of the new armors, unfortunately, but we do have some gray items I think we can get rid of. So let's get rid of the carapace. I don't know if I want to get rid of the dreadnought plating right now. Righteous Wisdom we can get rid of. Probably get rid of the flamer. We'll probably find a better one down the line anyways. It's a gray. Tartarus I don't think anybody's going to be using. And the Blade of Eulias is only for Thaddeus. And which one is he using right now? Let's take a look here. They're both 34.5. I like this one better. It gives a lot more damage, and it gives the same amount of resistance. This one right here recovers energy, which each little goes, so we'll just get rid of him. Off to the librarian. Keep the missile launcher and deliverance, because we're going to throw... Well, we will. We'll throw deliverance on the Force Commander whenever we can. Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be an option. The Epitaph of the Martyr is really good. Plus 7% range damage. We might want to throw that on somebody down the line. The rest of the armor looks like it's too high level. That one's really good. The Armor of Victory would be amazing, but it's only for Avitus, which works out kind of, because he is a ranged character after all, so extra range damage never hurt him. He's going to keep the Rosarius. That works out pretty well for us. I liked the ability to be able to cover my guys, although I wish I had saved it for the boss battle. I felt like I popped it too soon on that one. Let's go out with Focus Fire, and that's going to extend their range now so that they can fire farther. Well, they can fire further out. There, I can talk. I can say tongue twisters. I believe in me. Maybe let's move him towards Terminators, maybe? I don't know if the Assault Cannon. Yeah, let's move them towards the Terminator armor. Other things to consider, we've got our scouts all ready to go. And I think we were putting all their points into the blue tree right now to try and get them to accessory use while being infiltrated. That means they'd be able to take sniper shots, they'll be able to throw melt-a-bombs, and they'll be able to use detonation charges, demolition charges, I apologize, without breaking their stealth, which basically turns them into ridiculous killing machines for the remainder of the game. Thaddeus, what do I want to do with you, my friend? He's got a new armor that we can put on him. The Raven's Barding of Flight. Gives energy regeneration and melee damage resistance, and it has a higher armor rating. He loses some melee skill, but it looks cooler, and the just flat resistance. I'm always a big fan of flat resistances. They tend to just be really nice to have around. Everything else I don't think is going to be super useful for him. Let's go ahead and back on out, and then we'll break this one off. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle today. It was a blast. I'm having a lot of fun with Dawn of War, and I honestly can't figure out why I never finished it off. That being the case, I guess it's time to bid you adieu. Take care, everybody, and I will see you guys next time.